Welcome to Big Ideas Little Table. I'm Peter.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are going to talk about porn. It's hard to say. It's hard to come out.
Porn.
Yes, exactly. This is a very taboo subject. A lot of people do it, see it, watch it. A lot of people don't like it, right?
I don't think a lot of people do it.
Well, okay, maybe. Some people do it. The internet likes to make you think everyone does it, apparently.
This is true. Okay, fair.
Now the question is, disgusting or awesome? What's your hot take?
I'm going to say awesome.
Awesome.
I'm a consumer.
You are disgusting. You sicken me. Why?
It's great.
Okay.
Listen,
Your wife is going to watch this, so I hope your wife and kids will be tuning in. You better pick those words carefully.
I'm also trying not to fall down into this like horrible stereotypical male, like men have needs and we have to have our needs met. Oh my God.
People are just waiting to get the I'll show him.
But men have needs and I have to have my needs met.
It's hard to hear that and not laugh.
Right.
I have needs.
I have needs.
Food, air, water.
Sure.
Porn. It's
and
just something
pornography
I need.
is the last. It's Maslow's triangle of need, like shelter, food, water,
and then right there,
naked women.
The caveman apparently.
Yeah.
Knows one of the top priorities. He's like, fire? No, I didn't need fire. I got it right here.
There's fire in my pants. Ow. I am.
Okay, so you have needs. I will listen. You have needs.
I am of the camp that you should. Porn is great. It's great. There are things that happen in the pornography industry that are not great versus people not being cared for or paid the correct amount or working hard hours or whatever. Hard being the operative term there.
I see what you did there.
Dad jokes. But the end result, I mean, naked people doing naked people things is just awesome.
Okay, that's a solid defense, by the way. I have needs, and it's awesome. Now here comes my defense against my position. I don't like it.
Okay,
and this is my reason. It's kind of like I'm not gonna make an analogy, but the reason I don't like it is, one, I think most of the people get taken advantage of. I know that people that do it, some people really enjoy it, but I know there are a lot of really bad things. There's a lot of extortion going on. It takes advantage of people at a very opportune time in their lives.
Sure.
They're just trying to make money. This is a way to make money. So that's one thing. I think that it promotes bad societal habits in a way. And by watching it, by partaking in it, it kind of keeps those things going because obviously they're getting views, they're getting money from this. So they're going to keep exploiting women, men, whoever's doing this.
Sure.
And so that's the first part. I don't like the exploitation part. The second part is I think it drags you down morally. And this can be an argument in a lot of different ways, but not just the people that are doing it, but the people that are indulging in it too. It drags you down.
Tell me what you really think about me, Peter.
I don't know that anyone that's like, oh yeah, watch it. And it totally restored my faith in God. And I love my kids more because of it.
Most of the women on there are chanting, "Oh God, oh God." I don't understand why you're not on board with this. This is
so that's why no one's ever glad they did it. No one's ever like, "Oh yeah, babe, totally watched them today. It was great, and we should watch it together." Maybe some people. Okay, some people do that, but really, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a scummy thing to do, right? And we were talking about this with my wife. We were watching a show, How I Met Your Mother.
Sure.
And all the guys get together. They're going to a bachelor party, and they put on some porn, or they're like stripper or something like that. It's such a weird thing. If you really let's really think about this. You have a bunch of dudes together, hanging out, just watching someone naked dance or do whatever they're going to do on the screen. It's weird with your bros.
Okay.
I mean, what's your take on that? Is it not awkward?
Well, I for my bachelor party, I did go to a strip club, and I've come to find that I don't really enjoy strip clubs. I mean, you can appreciate nothing against strippers. You can appreciate the core strength and all of these things that these women do.
It is impressive.
Their abilities on the pole is amazing. But just like you were saying, it's like I don't really feel super aroused currently because I'm surrounded by a bunch of other people. in defense of the porn, because that's something I can consume either by myself or even with my wife. It's not super weird. Some people do this, okay. But you can do it as like a naughty thing that you like to do together, and maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. Who knows what we've done together?
Secret's coming out now.
Been together 17 years, buddy. You gotta keep it fresh. Spicy, But I mean, you're absolutely right with the exploitation in the industry. There's absolutely negative things that go on with that. But I mean, any industry that you could think of, you could dissect and find bad things that happen into it. The end result of, or just simply the idea of consuming pornography. I love that term, consuming pornography.
Consuming. It sounds so intense.
Because then I come back and consume more.
With the voice, it's just...
Yes.
I'm too close to you for that voice and those actions, okay? Let me move across the room if you're going to start doing that.
This is a little table. It's getting smaller.
It's a little table, and I don't want anything to be getting any bigger over here, okay?
But I don't see anything morally wrong or anything with consuming pornography, because as long as everybody on board is willing to take their clothes off and do whatever they're doing with it, consenting adults is consenting adults. The only caveat I would have to that is there are people who say that that consuming pornography might be cheating or something in a relationship, but cheating, in my opinion, is anything that is off limits. So if the relationship is established to say that consuming pornography is cheating, then it is cheating. But without delving too far into what my wife and I are into, suffice it to say that consuming pornography is not cheating.
Oh, very open-minded. I like that point, actually. I think it's a very good point that you say, this is what we've established. These are kind of the guidelines. If we stay within these guidelines, it's totally okay with both of us. I think it's a very accepting, open part of being a couple, because I think you're right. You have to understand. You can't just say, well, this is what everyone does. This is what so-and-so does. I think you have to find what's good for you and go with that. And if that works for you guys, great. So it's hard to say in that. So I'll detract my disgusting part.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's detracted. It's gone, But I think that's a very good point, is that, so often we like to judge people just saying like, oh, I don't like that, or I find that gross, so you are gross. You are wrong. And so I think that is wrong. I mean, hey, if you like it, that's how you like to get down. If it strengthens your marriage and your bonds and all this stuff, then why not? At that point, is it just art that you're appreciating?
That's what we call it. And that's what we do together.
Would you like to watch art?
I love art. So artistic.
It's not the art that I took in college. We each have our talents, right?
Sure. I was going to bring you to my house and say, this is where the magic happens. This is where the art happens.
Like, there's no rabbit in a hat. What the hell is going on here?
I'm so weirded out.
Thought we were going to learn some card tricks. So that's a good point. It's interesting takes. And I think to summarize everything, maybe things aren't so black and white. Now, I think another good point you made, we often like to say, the exploitation and stuff, but I think it happens maybe more in that industry than others.
Sure.
But it happens everywhere. Yeah. So, at what point I have this conversation with my wife too. It's like the recycling, the buying products, because there are all these movements of like, oh, you can't buy from that company. You don't know what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so now I can't buy my soap from this company. Now I have to do weeks worth of research just to buy soap, because I have to make sure that it's grown and made and done in a specific way.
Sure.
So I can consume it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I did there? Consume.
Yeah. Consume the soap.
You should totally do like weird commercials, like those 2 a.m. commercials. I can hear that voice.
Infomercials. I want to be there.
Have you ever wondered what soap would be like? Well, I have just the one for you. But anyway, yeah, like I feel like in this woke day and age, it's so hard because it's so hard. See what I did there?
Oh my God, there's so much going on.
We're on a roll.
The
but
table's
anyway,
moving now.
I think it's so hard to do anything because people are constantly saying, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. No, you should be doing this. No, you should be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe at the end of the day, You should just be doing what you think is best for you, what you truly feels like makes you a better person and makes those around you better. And if you think porn does it for you, I mean, who am I to say no?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you're trying to erect any type of industry, sometimes you come up against stiff resistance, and there's going to be dicks out there, and you just got to learn to deal with it.
Wow, that was impressive. That was very impressive.
I was working on that the whole time you're talking. I don't know what you
weren't
said.
even listening.
I don't know what you said.
That's hilarious. It was very ballsy of you to just go out and bring that up. Some people like to give other people the shaft, but I prefer to just give it to them direct.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't just bowl me over, I mean, I want to take me out to dinner first.
So anyway, thank you so much for listening. Hopefully this shines some light on the debate. I don't think we have an answer here. I think it's just, you got to find what's right for you and try to respect other people's boundaries, cultures, whatever they want to do.
Sure.
Even if you're freaky like Chris.
Shine some light on the naughty areas.
Shine some light on the naughty. I like that. Name of your next movie. Is it going to be on HBO Max or Amazon?
Cinemax, absolutely.
Cinemax After Dark, everybody. All right. Thanks.